And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Oh, he bowls over it. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Running from the gun with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Smith with a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bullock will put this one through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
2nd down and 8.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this AFC title game.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
as a handoff out of the gun.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
1 quarter in the books. 8-3, our score.
On second down now, it's Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Julio Jones, 32 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken way up at the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. This is Smith with a grab.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tackled by Christian Fulton. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run down because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A give running right is Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll throw now on the final play. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. And again, it's Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl? right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now. Because
and shutting him off, now open field. There he goes, right side. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Racey McMath
from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is taken way up at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A run for Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They run again with Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They run for it with Hunt. Sold out there at the end with a dive to pick up the first.
Were you as surprised as I am that they actually ran the ball there?
Yeah, I thought they might throw it.
Me too, but instead, they went old-fashioned, ran the football, and he made that call correct with that dive at the end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Browns! A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Hunt going to run for it, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Jones has it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Touchdown, Browns! Kareem Hunt, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are closing
closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
To throw again. Touchdown Bengals. It's complete. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And down to the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are moving closer to the franchise's 1st ever appearance in a Super Bowl as they extend their lead. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bengals drive about to get going.
And their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some.
Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage has switched to their opponent.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. He can't get him down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from the 20.
And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Well, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. A good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody didn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
No, okay.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here. But let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Running from the gun with Henry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33.